Good morning, boys and girls. This is our first online social studies lesson, and we're starting a new unit in our book from TCI, and the good news is you guys can all now see this book online. So after I read it to you, if you want to look at it again, you can go on to the TCI login on the website. I'll put a link there on the first grade page, and then your passwords are your first name, no capital letters, and then HFS123. So the first lesson is about needs and wants, and it's one of my favorites because next week you get to make a triorama of a camping trip that you go on, and you'll be illustrating and then cutting out little things for you to take on your camping trip. You'll take things that you need and then things that you want. So the first lesson is called What Do Families Need and Want? Families need things like food to eat. Families want things like toys for play. Families use money to buy these things. A parent may have a job to earn money. How does your family spend its money for things it needs and wants? It says families need food. That's the first need. Families need food to live. If you need something, you must have it to live. Food gives us energy. Food helps us grow. We eat some foods for breakfast. We eat other foods for lunch and dinner. What foods does your family eat? What'd you have for breakfast today? Families need clothing. Clothing keeps us warm and dry. We wear coats in the winter. Clothing may protect us from the sun. That is why we wear hats in the summer. What kind of clothing does your family wear? It's a pretty nice day today, so I hope you get outside and you don't have to wear your raincoat. Families need shelter. We all need a place to live. A home gives us shelter. A shelter is a safe place to be. Shelter protects families from sun, wind, rain, and snow. What kinds of shelters do families live in? Families want things for fun. So now we're changing. This is more about things that people want, not just what they need. It says there are things we want or would like to have. We do not need these things to live. A new toy is something you may want. It is fun, but you don't need it. Planting pretty flowers might be fun for this family. What kind of things might families want for fun? So we're going to stop there, and then we'll talk about goods and services another day. I'm going to show you your worksheets that go with that lesson. So the first one in your packet looks like this. It says draw 4 things that families buy. So this is anything that your family buys. You're going to draw and then write a word on each line for things that your family buys. Next, you have a sheet looks like this, and you're just going to circle need or want. So you have to think about whether it's something that you really need or your family really needs, or if it's something you want. Okay. Your last sheet for this week has to do with popcorn. So now I'm going to read to you about the popcorn. Here's the story about popcorn. It's called From Farm to Table. It says we all have wants. Let's say we want to have some popcorn. We can buy it at the store, but how did it get to the store? Hi kids, I'm a piece of popcorn and this is my story. It all began with a farmer. He planted the seeds. He made sure they got water and sun. Each seed grew into a tall corn stalk. Can you see the ears of corn? Each ear has many kernels, and I was one of them. So it's right here. The time came when farmer had to sell his crop. He would use the money to buy things that his family wanted. My days in the field had come to an end. Workers used one machine to pick the corn. They used another machine to cut the kernels from the cob. And people used to do this work by hand. It's easier and faster now with the machines. This makes the popcorn cheaper for people to buy in the store. So you can see the machines are picking the popcorn And then they're going to take all those little kernels off of the corn to make popcorn. A truck took us to a big plant, and more machines cleaned and sorted us. People used to do this sorting by hand. Then the plant workers got us ready to sell at a store. I ended up with a bag with lots of other kernels. Workers packed the bags into boxes and onto a truck. The truck driver drove to the store. At the store, a worker put my box on the shelf. A boy asked for a snack, and his mom picked up my box. She gave money to the store clerk. The family took me home. Soon I would pop. I'd come a long way from that farmer's field. Next time you eat popcorn, see if you can tell the story of where it came from. So then what you're going to do is you have this read and do paper. It's page 5. Looks like this. And it says popcorn has a long trip from the field to the bowl. Draw and write at least 4 steps along the way. Number your steps in order. So you're going to do that in this box. You might want to split it into sections, or you might want to number 1, 2, 3, 4. Think about where the popcorn started its journey. What did the farmer have to do to grow it? And what were the steps along the way? Now, after that, you're going to use your list to write a story about how the popcorn gets to bowl. So this is a story where you're going to use words like first, next, then, and last to tell me now in sentences how the popcorn got from the field where that little kernel started. They planted it, remember? And then the farmer had to water it. So your story will probably start like that. And then you're going to tell me the journey of that popcorn until it gets to the little boy's snack bowl. Okay, it says in the end, the boy got something he wanted, popcorn. What did all the workers get? So I want you to think about how the farmer has a job. His job was to plant the corn. And it said it was so that he could make money to provide all the needs for his family. And then also all the people who are working on the machinery or working in the cornfields, they're all also, that's their job, to make money. So what did all the workers get as a result of this cycle of the popcorn?